Okay. Okay, so before starting, I just want to tell a small story, small incidents. So before starting that, just wanted to ask few questions. One question is, how many of you guys actually use what you have learned in graduation? What you have learned in graduation actually apply now? Okay, one, two. Okay, how many of you actually use what you have applied, what you have used, what you have learned in the school, actually apply in the practical life now? School, okay, like?
My teacher used to tell me when I was in 10th class
Hmm.
that if you help for no reason, if anyone asks you for help, that time only help. If you don't do like that, they will take you granted. And I learned it the hard way. But
Understood, 100%. But I'm telling about the studies. How many subjects? How many actually use it? Like algebra, geometry. So there is a there is a survey which said that 90 to 95% of the studies what you have actually done in your schools is nowhere applied in your jobs. Like there is no practical experience of that. So why am I talking about this? So basically, yep,
Actually, that after school we change our stream, we get our own streams.
perfect.
And secondly, after and studies are not related to jobs.
Hmm.
In jobs, you need to work a lot and you need to learn how to work mainly
Okay.
and how to maintain relations.
Hmm.
In studies, it's just like textbook, book.
Okay. Okay. So basically, why I am telling this is, yeah,
Lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Education basically teaches hard work.
yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like there are certain things in life which doesn't make sense, even though we love doing it, and I would request everyone to please keep doing it. So with this, I'm going to share you one small experience what happened during my high school days. So this is an incident of ninth class. So basically, I'll just explain you like how my school look like. So my school has 4 buildings. So complete like 1, 2, 3, 4, and each floor is like something around 8 to 9 floors. So so we had from LKG, that is from pre classes to 10th, so almost 12 to 13 class, and we have something around 2500 students. So this is so yeah, so every sections, like there were 3 sections, every class was have 3 sections. So for example, I was in 9th A, so 9th A, 9th B and 9th C, understood? So 9th A, 9th B and 9th C, all 3 were in the same corridor, and every classroom has a two doors. So one is there and one is here, understood the structure of the room? So this was the boys room, I mean this was the boys benches, and this was the girls row. So basically there were around something around 40 to 50 students, we had 25 to 25 girls and 25 boys, something around that approximately. So what we used to do, I don't know how many of you guys know that, but we used to play a game where we used to take our jackets, like we used to bring our hoodie sweater, and we used to put in some other boys, and everyone used to beat. If you guys remember, huh? So we used to do that lot of, like the person who was like always a culprit was the one who is very weak in the class. Understood, right? So like I'm the person who is doing it. I'll just hide his face, and all will come and beat, and they will go. Understood? In 5 seconds, we'll disappear, so that he doesn't know what actually happened. Understood? Yeah. So I still remember it was something like post lunch we came up from. So I'll tell you again. So our 4 building was there, right? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, and every building started from second floor. Basically from the gap, like we had a gap of this much. There were only steps where we used to sit and have lunch. Understood? So there was a step that from second floor the rooms were started. So we came to our classroom, and then we thought of doing it again as usual. We call it babri. If you guys don't know, we call it babri. So we planned again to doing to one of the student. So basically our plan was, one person will stand here, okay, and I said you like 9th A, 9th B, 9th C. Understood? So people will come from there, and one person will stand beside the door. And how will I come know that person is coming? One person will stand there and he'll tell us. Okay, the person is there and he just shows like signal. Like he'll do, okay, now it's the time he's coming. So what happened? Again, so there are like 3 rooms. There are 3 classrooms. So every classroom would have 2 doors. So this door and that door would be beside each other. Understood? So that door, there are 2 doors adjacent, like close to each other. So when I'm standing here, for example here, if someone is coming and if he said, okay, please put it, I'll just put it. Understood? So what happened? I still remember that day. So that I'll culprit, the person who was victim he'll come. I still remember I was the one who said that hands. And the person was standing here who is ready to put his jacket and everyone is ready to start the beatings. So we have done that. And the person who was standing here and he has done that. I said like the person was coming from corridor. So what happened? We did not realize that it was a matter of 6th or 7th period, something around 2:30 or 3 hour. I don't remember exactly. So Hindi teacher, I still remember. She taught there and she was coming. Basically when she exits from here, we cannot see. The person cannot see. He knows that one person is coming from there, but if she suddenly enters here, he'll not be able to understand. So he was telling, okay, please, ready. And before that boy comes, she came. And the person who was ready to put, he has done on the teacher. But luckily we did not beat. But because everyone realized that she is wearing green sari, and of course no one is wearing green sari. But she fell completely. She was on the floor. So all this 10%, like, of course we have to get punished. So these all 10 people were, so she identified, okay, these are the buddies. So she complained. And so basically, I said you again that my 4 buildings, right? So I, including total 11 to 12 members, we were asked to stand in the middle of that ground. And the principal made an announcement that these 11 people will be suspended for a month. But we are the boys. We cannot tell to our parents. If we tell, then of course we'll get a scolding at home. So then what we thought, we all planned that we'll not tell at home. So what we used to do, we used to go home, bring the lunchbox, tiffins, whatever, carry, sit on the steps, full day, and just go home again. And principal clearly said that only if you call your parents, but at that time I think the phone calling system was not there. So once you call your parents, then only I'll allow you to enter to the class. Until we will not allow. So we have done this. And believe me, like 1 to 3 days, 4 days, then 5th to 6th day we have started enjoying. Just coming, eating, chit-chatting and just moving. So this was like almost 7-8 days. Then, so in that group, 11 members group, there was one person who had a problem of fits, like fits. So he had a problem. So at that time, so daily basically like after lunch, principal used to come and scold 11 of us. First she will ask us to stand in a row. Then we used to stand and she'll scold us and again she'll go that please call your parents. Everyone were used to keep their head down, but still we were laughing because we were enjoying that moment, actually that moment. So she said that, okay, call your parents. Then that boy who we were standing in a row, right? We were standing entire 5 to 6 hours, whatever, daily. So we were standing. So that boy got fits. And it was not at all a fault of principal or anybody's. And we all know that his father is very strict. He can't do anything if anything happens to this boy. So he got fits. Then we called his uncle directly. We have asked to one of our friend who was sitting there. Just call his parents that, okay, he's having fits. Then he called. His parents came. His father was so strict and he was like typical Marwadi who will eat pan, like, right? He will be very, you cannot do anything to my son. He was that strict. So he came, started beating to principals. Started beating to principals also. Principal. So I know that this was a very bad incident, but still we were again started laughing because we wanted to show, we wanted to see that hittings. So we were laughing, but still we was on the shame. Okay, we have done that. And after that incident, they have asked us to go to our classes. I know it was not making sense, but this was the moment I still enjoy. Still. So yeah, thank you.